everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a Premier League animation chart. So what I mean by animation chart is this. So this chart shows each team in the Premier League accumulating the points game by game. So right now, second team, Aston Villa, accumulating the points and it's finished. Then the next team comes up. So there are, I think, 20 teams in the Premier League. So this process repeats 20 times, pretty much. And the blue zone represents teams qualified for the Champions League, green for the Europa League, and the red zone basically teams with relegated in this year. Right now it's 10 teams. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more teams will come up, but it takes time, maybe like 1 more minute, but I think you got what I mean by animation chart. Then I'm gonna explain the procedure, how to do it. First of all, importing the data, then calculating the accumulating points, and model the data, finally put the data. I'm gonna show you all these procedures by using MATLAB, so let's move to MATLAB. Okay, MATLAB. So first thing I'm gonna do is to put the data. So this is a website called Football Data. I'm gonna put the link in the description of my YouTube video, so you can check it out anytime. The data I want is here. You just click and download the data. I think this is a CSV file. I'm gonna explain this file like data, but you can choose any type of data in like Bundesliga, Liga Española, Serie A, etc. But I'm gonna explain it for this video. Then after you get the data, you have to import the data into MATLAB. So this code reads the data and save it to the variable called premium. And so next thing I have to do is calculate the points. Unfortunately, this data do not have accumulated points. So there are so many variables, but there's no accumulated points. So 380 rows, which means there are 380 games in the Premier League, and there are so many variables that you see, but in this video I only gonna use home, away, and SDR, which is final time result. So if you wonder what the abbreviation means in each column, and I just put all abbreviations right here, and I'm gonna put this code on my blog so you can download it and you can play around. Anyway, so I have to calculate the points, as I said, and this line just find the teams in the Premier League. I think there are 20 teams in the league, 20 times 1 cell, and the point is just make sure all teams start from 0. Then I created different kind of folders. First loop is game, so first loop 380 times, and the second loop 20 times. And inside the loop there is a 4 if statements, and the first one is star comp. So star comp function is pretty much comparing two variables, in this case Premier home team and teams. I just created here. So what do you mean comparing two variables? So the first one, for example, it's I think Liverpool, right? Home team is a Liverpool, and comparing with teams which is here. So the loop find Liverpool one by one. So from Arsenal to Aston Villa and so on, and finally you find a Liverpool. Then the loop stops in change the loop. Yes, loop stop. Then yes, we find the team. So then what's next? So there is another star comp. So comparing FTR, which is full-time result, as I said, and home H. It means home team won the game. So pretty much if team won, like a home team, like premier matches with whatever in here, and home team won, then the team gets 3 points here. So do the same thing for the away team and for the tie, in case of tie, for the home team and away team, and if the team lost, there's no point. So I just created the team won 3 points, team tie 1 point. Then all the data is stored as a table here, team and the points, and sorted by points. So higher the point, the team which get the highest point goes to the top, I mean the first index of the table. So I'm gonna run this and you see what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to see. So each cell is each game, but first game is only Liverpool and I think Norwich played, and Liverpool won. So on the Liverpool is the first place or like first index, which means if you go to 380 cell, this is the final table for the Premier League in this season. So Liverpool obviously won the season, and yeah, that's what I did in this code. Then after I defined the ranking or like accumulated point, I have to model data to plot the data later on. So first of all, I have to sort the rank season variable which created here. So I'm gonna sort it by team name. So it's a alphabetic order. So pretty much I think Arsenal is going to be the first index. Then after I sort it, I'm gonna find the point for the team by using another folder. I'm gonna run this, and that's pretty much it. So team rank. So this is what I mean, 20 by 380. So like the first row is Arsenal first, and the second row is I think Aston Villa or something like that, and the third team in alphabetic order. So it goes from A to Z, and each column represents each game. So Arsenal didn't play, so 0, and obviously 10th. I think this is Liverpool, so they won the game. So the first game, so they got 3, and the second game they didn't play, so 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and yeah, until they get the second game. But yeah, pretty much this is what I created with this code here. And then what I want is not in game by game, but like the first game for all teams and second game for all teams, which means that I need to reduce the dimension. So I want 20 by 38 column. I mean the data dimension. So pretty much I got 20 by 380 dimension. But like if I run this, I get, so each cell represents each team and only gets 38 columns. So first cell is obviously the Arsenal because of its A. First game for the Arsenal, second game for the Arsenal, third game for Arsenal. Then the points get accumulated. So basically what I did is just find the index and using starcomp and find the index. So like I said, starcomp compared to variables which is trainer home and teams I created previously, and I'm gonna do the same thing for the away team here, and combine two index sorted and save the team rank one by one, so team by team. So first team is Arsenal, for example. So all Arsenal like points 1 to 380 data goes to this variable called extract, and the extract is here, and find the index which I defined by here. So home and away. So there are only 38 index here, and the only corresponding index can be saved in this variable called points by game negative for Arsenal, for example. And the second cell for Aston Villa, and pretty much data modeling. And after that, I'm gonna create the legend. So for each plot line moves, but without legend, I don't know which team the line is represented. So I'm just gonna create legend. On top of the team's name, I'm just gonna define Champions League, Europa League, and regulation. Then after created the legend, I'm just gonna create the colors by using jet function and for each team. So each team has different color in the plot. Then finally plot the data. So first of all, I'm gonna make background color on the plot. So how are you gonna do that? So find the point in the fourth team, because I kind of researched how many teams went to Champions League in this season. Then I found the 4 teams went to Champions League here. So pretty much I'm gonna find the point which 4th team got. And for the Europa League, I think only 1 team went to the Europa League. So 5th team, I mean the point which 5th team got, and save it to the variable for the year. And regulation, I think 3 teams got relegated in this season. So I find a point which the 3rd worst team got in this season. Then I'm going to create the area I want to fill in by using path function here. So first bracket, like square bracket, represents x-axis. So pretty much 0 to 38 because there are only 38 games. And the second square bracket represents y-axis. So CL I defined it by here. The point which 4th team got, and max point of the Premier League in this season, which is I think 99. Liverpool got 99 points, I think. So 99. So from 99 to whatever point 4th team got in the final table in this season, and do the same thing for the Europa League. So fill in the gap between Europa League and the Champions League, and the x-axis is the same. And do the same thing for the delegated team. So points, so whatever points the 3rd worst team got, and pretty much from the bottom, which is 0. Then x-axis is the same. The next line, create the y-axis on the right side, because the chart from left side to right side, and y-axis on the right side helps you leave how many points the team gets. And y beam function creates the axis in the y-axis. So pretty much the max point is 99, but I kind of extended by 1 point. So the y-axis is from 0 to 100. Then this for loop creates the data for the animation and the plot itself actually. So first line, or like a first loop, represents the team. So first team goes first. So Arsenal, I think. Then I'm going to create the line by using animated line. So pretty much this animated line and the other point function is kind of the set. Probably you should remember both functions together, because yeah, that's how you create animated line. For the animated line, you just need to put the color function. So I just created the color for each team. Then I'm just gonna use the first color. After that, I'm just gonna extract the data from points by game. So the first row, or like first cell, represents Arsenal. So all points from first game to 38th game for the Arsenal. The data goes to this variable. Then I put just legend and the grid on to get the grid on the plot. Then this within for loop, this is the point game by game. So 38 games in total. For example, for Arsenal, for the first loop in the first 4 loop here, and within loop 38 games at the point. So pretty much you put animated line created right here, and you just put it, and the K is number of the points, so 1 to 38, and so I saved the all data for the Arsenal, for example here, and you just put it in the loops one by one. So the first loop is present the first game for the Arsenal, second loop is second game, and third loop third game. Then I put the title game by game. So first loop, the title is gonna be game 1, second loop game 2, third loop game 3, and draw now is the function to draw the line. And next line is get frame. So get frame function pretty much gets the color data, pixel data on the frame. The continue of the graphic or like a picture creates animation. So pretty much you get all color data frame by frame and just right in this variable, and use it later on to save the video file. And the pause function, because this process goes really quickly, so I'm just gonna put pause 0.1 second. Then what's gonna happen is so like this. It's not pretty looking because my laptop is very slow and processing time. Yeah, process is not really smooth, but yeah, all data is stored in the variable, so it doesn't really matter even if the looking is not very good in here. But yeah, this animation chart is exactly the same chart I showed you on the slide. I'm just gonna stop it. Then after that, I have to model the data again. So because if you see, so this one is supposed to be 20 times 38 because I stopped it earlier. So now it's like 9 times 38 struct. So this is all color data frame by frame. But what I want to do is I want to change the dimension 1 times whatever here. So if 20 times 38, I want to change it to 1 times 760. Then I'm gonna use this for loop to add each 38 right after, like one another. So for example, the first 38 is the data for Arsenal, so the 38, and the second 38 for another team, Aston Villa, and the data goes right after the first 38 for the Arsenal. So dimension for column is just keeping increasing. So that is for the test and nothing else. And then reason why I changed the dimension is because function called slice video doesn't like dimensioning those. So it should be like 1 times something as far as I know. So basically this line creates the video, like empty video, and I just open it and write a video. So pretty much I'm just gonna print the graphic or color data here into empty video, and I just close it. Then if I run this and just, so I did this before, so I already have the data here. But if I run this, pretty much you save the video file to MATLAB. So that's it. Thanks for watching my video, and hope you enjoy. Again, I'm gonna put this MATLAB code on my blog, so you can download it and you can use it. Maybe you can play around and you find something else. So see you next time.